Oh my god, we have a mod right here. And a Supreme Strawberry! Oh my god, hello! How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I missed you. I miss you all. I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm doing fine, honestly. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh my gosh, we have 2 Supreme Strawberries in here. Hello, guys. How are you? Honestly, I'm not sick anymore. I'm doing really good, guys. Hello, mother. I love it when you guys call me mother. So fitting. I'm doing really good. I got back from my trip. And I'm ready to lock in. That's why I didn't post for a week, guys. I was actually in Singapore. Okay, so if you'd like to get on my list, guys, I have $45 readings and $65 readings. The payment options are already set up for you. So if you just click on the link on my page, you will be able to find my website. And then on my website, you'll see the option right there in order for you to click and send over a payment. $45 readings are just for tarot. No, it's 45 and 65 now. So 45 is for a short tarot reading, still gets to the point, still answers your question. $65 reading is just more in depth. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, 65 is just more in depth. Okay. Oh, I need to get my tablet ready. Yeah, so if anyone would like to get on my list, I have oh my god, it just started raining. Guys, it's like a cozy sleepover vibe today. That's what I'm going for, is cozy sleepover vibes. So we got someone that got on my list here. If you guys would like to get on my list, I have $45 readings and $65 readings. So my $45 readings is tarot. So you can still, again, you can ask whatever question you'd like. I'll just answer it with tarot. And then a $65 reading is in depth with oracle and tarot. So it's literally a longer reading. Alisa got on my 65 list. I love it when you include your username in your payment. It's really helpful for me. Thank you for doing that, Alisa. Oh wait, was it Alisa? Yes, it was. Okay, so that is the first person on my list. Let me get, oh, we have another person here. Madison got a 45. I'm just gonna cleanse my decks here really quick, guys. And so if you wanna keep sending, getting on my list, sending payments, then you can go ahead and do that while I'm cleansing my decks. Aw, guys, the creeps in my comments are fine. Like, it's whatever. It's weird, but what are you gonna do? That's literally how I feel about it. Okay. If you want to be a mod to keep the creeps out, let me know. I'll mod you. I'll mod you. Oh, I have someone else that paid for a reading as well before. And so I need to put her on the list. Let me see. Okay, we also have Diana on my list. She's not here, but I do need to do her reading. She got a $45 reading. Okay, so Diana's also on my list here. Oh, did anyone say they want to be a mod? I'm feeling such chill vibes today, guys. Okay, Aaron. Aaron, you're on my list now. Okay, we're gonna get into it here. Aaron, yes, I did just get your payment. You're on my list now. So we're starting, it goes Alisa, Madison, Diana, Aaron. That is my list right now, okay? Okay, we're modding up the chat here. So Alisa, aka Oolong Princess. Hello. Oh, you're also a Supreme Strawberry. Oh. Okay, I see your question. Can I read your question out loud? Whoa, oh my gosh, it's so long. I love that. Can I read it out loud or would you like me to keep it private? It's totally up to you. I'm gonna use this once I get it. Yes, okay, I can read it out loud. Okay. Let's read it here. Okay. Hi, it's Alisa again. What's next in love? Worried about being in a relationship due to sexual trauma and trauma in general. Wondering if it will get better and what will they/the relationship be like? Any time frame you see. By the way, the court hearing got rescheduled for late August. Was in the waiting room for 2 hours and the crazy mom was recording me on her phone and just being psycho, lol. This is my third live reading from you. LOL, I love you. I love you too. You are welcome to share this. I hope my message can touch other baddies who have been taken advantage of. Aw, Alisa, thank you for being so vulnerable. I think that's so beautiful. I'm excited from the fact that I remember the reading about the court reading, and it was like pretty much saying that you will get justice. Just make sure that you remain calm and collected within yourself because of like the perception of the mom. So honestly, I think that if it's being pushed back, that's like such a positive sign for a better outcome. So I don't know, I'm still praying for you when it comes to that situation. I really still think you're so brave for that, and I hope it goes well. Yeah, and literally that's exactly what happened, what you just read. Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I was thinking, Alisa, when I was reading that. Guys, look at my new pen. It's for my lives. And it has a strawberry on it. Isn't it so cute? Okay. So, Alisa, you are wondering about your love life. What is the relationship gonna be like? Right? The strawberry pen. Isn't it so cute, guys? It's perfect for my life. I had a new water bottle too, but I left it. I left it at my boyfriend's. But it's fine. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna start with the animal oracle. So I'm gonna try to see if a timeline comes through, then I will pull on that. But that's not always the case, but I will see where you are in attracting this and what the actual relationship might be like. And any steps you can take to make sure that you're embodying that reality. Oh wait, someone else got on my list here. Laura. Let me put Laura on the list. Okay, Laura's also on my list. Oh, someone else just got on my list too. Sky. Sky is got a 65. Okay. I'm happy you guys are excited. I love it. I'm excited too. Okay, so weird, Alisa. As I'm doing your reading, I'm getting itchy on my right side. There's something here transforming about your actions when it comes to your personal life that is actually attracting you a King of Cups energy. So I kind of feel like right now it's important for you to pay attention to your dreams. It's important for you to pay attention to things that aren't necessarily in your regular focus. So this is like, this kind of resonates with the message I posted last night. There's definitely an energy here of, if you recognize that you're treating yourself the same way, you're doing the same things over and over again, especially when it comes to your emotions, that's something that you're being asked to transmute. There was literally just like a bug in my face. I don't know if you saw that, but it was like a little fruit fly or something. The energy for you is definitely coming through your crown chakra. So crown chakra energy requires a new perspective, and it often talks about experiencing like whether it's a dream, whether it's a sign, or whether it's like an actual new experience that gives you a new feeling. And from that new feeling, you see things in a different way. So then you go, okay, I have this new feeling, I feel different. How can I integrate this better? So with moose coming through, butterfly, and elephant, it's interesting. Like I said, elephant, I literally was like, elephants could resonate in the most recent reading I posted, which is why I'm kind of feeling that vibe here. But moose mirroring elephant is giving me gentle giant, emotional intelligence, gentle calming energy that is still incredibly stable and strong. So there is something here about you, again, like recognizing and validating what you've been through in the past and having the strength to find a perspective to show up for yourself emotionally in the ways that you didn't get shown up for in the past, so you know what it feels like. So this is, again, it's like you're embodying the strength of witnessing and having been the witness to the trauma you experienced, and having the faith. The strength comes from knowing that if I feel this within myself and I give myself this safety every day, then if somebody comes along, I will be able to recognize if it's not safe and protect myself in times where I wasn't protected in the past, or I will be able to recognize if it is safe and be able to trust myself. So having that insane, like strong emotional safety within yourself is really what's gearing you up for a relationship. Again, with the butterfly is a transformational energy, and with it being purple, so it kind of feels like right now, it's like transformation is not always easy. Obviously, this is giving me over the summer. The fall is kind of what I'm feeling when it might come to a relationship coming into your life. I'm going to use this tarot deck here. But there's something here that you're clearing out within your actions, something that you're itching for, something that you want. And that's why I'm getting itchy, I think, is because I'm getting this vibe of literally like I'm itching for something. Like I'm itching. So, you know, obviously if you get an itch, you're like, oh, I gotta get it. So what is it about a relationship that you're wanting? What is it about a relationship that you don't believe is possible? And really, I want you to look at this from an emotional standpoint. Like not like, oh, I want someone to take me on a date, or I want someone to buy me flowers. What is the emotional reaction that you want from those physical things? That is something that you're being asked to embody within yourself. So if you want someone to buy you flowers and that makes you feel prioritized and loved, then that doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy yourself flowers. That just means you have to ask yourself, what is something that I can do that's going to give me that same feeling? So this isn't necessarily about a blueprint of what my life looks like. It's about consistently focusing on how I want to feel and choosing to embody that. And I'm cutting it to the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you've been on a really long journey, but right now it's like the consistent effort that you have towards yourself, it's what's manifesting that treatment from someone else. It's consistency. Someone saying, this isn't easy. This relationship might bring up challenges, but I'm going to show up anyway. I'm going to keep loving you. I'm going to keep loving myself. I'm going to keep looking at my own reflection. But it feels like right now there might be, again, because people treat us the same way we treat ourselves. That's what you attract. So it feels like right now you're being asked to deepen the way that you show up for your own emotions in the way that you would want a partner to show up for you. The sun is coming through. There's something about your inner child here. This is interesting. Okay, so I know you mentioned sexual trauma. Something that I'm getting is mirror work. Like, I'm specifically channeling that your guides might want you to do mirror work. If there's any like body issue, or it doesn't even have to be about your body, but it's like something about pretty much, I don't want to get like this demonetized, but this person is naked, if you know what I mean. Something about seeing yourself naked is the direct feeling. That feeling is the direct compass of like being vulnerable in a relationship and trusting that someone's going to receive you, feeling so raw, feeling so exposed. So there's something here about you getting more comfortable in the feeling of vulnerability. And something that might help you do that is mirror work. With mirror work exposed, I'm just gonna say that. So like play music. Again, if there's any body issues, that's something that could come through as well. But this child here is wearing a red cape, and think of like a superhero, right? Like I can fly, superhero, or Superman wears a red cape. So there is something here about you like embodying a level of safety, but while you're being vulnerable. So it's like you always have this cape to make you feel powerful. That's something that's coming through. But like I said, when you do things right now that make you feel raw, that make you feel naked, and that make you feel scared, and comfort yourself in the midst of that, you're attracting someone that's going to be there for you in moments when you're choosing to be vulnerable, which is maybe what people haven't done in the past. So there is something here that I'm getting for you about like putting yourself in situations where you feel naked, where you feel scared and you feel vulnerable, and not backing out, not backing away, just because, not abandoning yourself just because you feel vulnerable. That's what I'm saying here. So I was pulling for the butterfly energy. We've got the tower coming through sideways. So I kind of feel like you've maybe already been through the worst of your pain. You've already been through the midst of your trauma. Now with the tower sideways, it's like you're learning to not let it control you, but to also pay attention to it. That's why they're wanting you to put yourself in situations where you're actually triggered, because the way that you respond to it is what's manifesting the love. So if you have a partner and you open up to them and you're vulnerable, and then you usually abandon yourself in those moments, then you're going to attract a partner that is like, whoa, this is overwhelming and I can't do this right now. Like that's the kind of energy here. Or you're going to be able to recognize when someone is avoidant because your own energy isn't. So something here right now, it's like actually learning to process when I'm in chaos, when I feel triggered and I feel scared, what do I do for myself? How do I respond to myself? So you don't get in a situation, and that could also manifest codependency, is like, I'm feeling triggered and I need this person to help me. You always know how to regulate yourself so you can come to a connection with truth rather than chaos. You can come to it with truth rather than survival. So, and as I'm saying that, the lovers here is in the reverse position on the bottom, and then on the top is the Nine of Pentacles on upright, which is the card of solitude and independence. But with the lovers in the reverse position, that means there's like a misalignment with yourself. There's something here that you're wanting in a relationship that you didn't get as a child. It's like a sense of safety. It's something about your emotional self. And with elephant coming through, that's a card about gentle compassion. So an elephant can squash anybody at any time, but it's conscious, it's aware, and it's really smart. So it has an energy here of being like, I am going to rise above the situation, but I'm still going to validate how I am. I'm going to be like, almost like being the bigger person. Elephant to me is like a parent. It's a parent energy. And clarifying this, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. So like I said, the Queen of Cups reverse needs validation. She needs emotional stability. It's an energy of like, it's not a want, it's I need something to make me feel good. I need someone else to make me feel good. I need the idea of a relationship to make me feel good. But this mirroring the sun is coming from your inner child. So I really encourage you again to ask yourself, what makes me feel naked? And why does that scare me? And how can I comfort myself in that process? But the ways that I want you to trigger yourself is not anything that's harmful. Don't recreate an actual traumatic experience put yourself in a position where you're recreating the emotion, but the emotion is coming from something positive. So like I said, if you have a fear of being seen and it triggers you to be in the public eye, or it triggers you to open up about your emotions, find somebody safe to open up to and open up to them. You're gonna feel the same emotion as you did as a child, but you have an opportunity to recreate that experience. Go to a new class that is gonna make you feel vulnerable and naked. You're not actually in a traumatic situation, but you're in a situation where it's triggering that, so you have the opportunity to rewire that memory, to say this isn't always going to happen. That's something that you're being called to do right now, is to like heal an inner conflict you have within yourself by putting yourself in a space where you know you're going to be triggered and saying, it's okay anyway, I have myself anyway, nothing bad is going to happen anymore. This is preparing you for any emotional turbulence that you have in your next relationship. So with this being said, within the reflection of yourself, elephant and King of Cups, elephant and moose, both of those animals are huge. You know, like those are literally huge animals, and a butterfly is light and small. Your next relationship is going to be something that makes you feel emotionally safe, somebody that's extremely consistent, and somebody that is able to have the vibe of like making you feel safe, like guardian energy. So they might quite literally be bigger than you. They could be taller than you. They could be like definitely like a hefty energy, like a physique. But there's also an energy here of softness, a gentle giant. So in order to recognize this energy and hold it with awareness and not survival or codependency, that's what you're being asked to do right now. But you are manifesting someone that's going to be honest with you. The honesty I'm saying because on the bottom we have Link's Keeper of Secrets in the reverse position. So this is definitely going to be an honest connection, something that you can process your emotions, that you can be vulnerable with, which again is why your guides want you to become more comfortable putting yourself in positions where you're scared. Because if you're not comfortable with that, you're not going to be able to open yourself up in a relationship. You're going to let the fear control your actions, and you might people please or hold back. Yeah, 45 is a tarot reading. 65, this is a $65 reading, and this is an in-depth reading that I'm doing right now. Okay, Alisa, that is mainly what I'm getting for you and the advice on how your guides want you to move forward with this lesson. Okay, we have 3 more readings here. Nat is on my list as well. Oh my God, I need to stop hitting that. If you want to pay, you can click on the link on my page and you'll find my website, and it's already set up for you. You'll see it on my website. Juno is also on my list. And Sedaf is also on my list. Thank you. It was quite interesting. I'm so glad it was interesting for you. Mirror work is like your next step. That's something I feel that so strongly, that mirror work could be something that really helps you integrate this like vulnerability. Oh, you inspire me so much. That means so much to me. Oh, thank you. That's right, girl. That's right, Alisa. Get in that mirror, girl. Okay, next on my list is Madison, I think. Yeah, Madison, and then Diana, and then Aaron, and then there's more on my list, but I'm just gonna go 3 in a row right now. You know, mirror work is, oh my gosh, it really helps me so much too. I do a lot of mirror work as well. It's hard, it's really vulnerable, but I think it really helps you see yourself so clearly. I wrote my question in the tips. Okay, can I read it out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? Sky, I think you're 4th right now. Let me see. Okay, so it goes Diana, Aaron, Laura, and then Sky. Yeah, you're 4th. Sorry, it's super vague. You can read it. Okay. No worries. It doesn't have to be super in-depth. You can share with me whatever you'd like, guys. Five on the, that's so crazy. Okay, let's see. So I feel like I'm in a strange, slightly uncomfortable place in my life when it comes to my relationships with people, specifically friendships. I fell out of my long-term best friend, or I fell out with my long-term best friend, and I kind of just want to hear what my guides want to tell me, or just what you see. Thank you, Queen. That's actually not vague at all. I think that was pretty in-depth. Okay, so about your friendships. What do you need to know about your friendships? Is this the deck I want to use? No, not supposed to use this deck. I want to use this one. Okay, let's see. The table case is tea. Okay, Madison. What does Madison need to know about her friendships? Anyone else, you can resonate with these readings as well, even if you didn't buy them. Like, you can still resonate with the readings. So if you feel called, stick around. Yeah, you have, girl. I hope that that gave you faith. You're on the scale up now. Treat yourself like you would treat a dog that was abused, and you took a dog in and it's abused on the street. How would you treat that dog? It'd be scared, but you'd show up anyway. It would be terrified, but you show up anyway. It would take time, but you would show up anyway. That's how you're being asked to show up for yourself right now. Okay. Madison. Whoa, girl. Whoa, girl. There's definitely some conflict here. This is really interesting. So the Five of Wands is coming through with the Judgment in the reverse position. Whoa. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of harsh, but kind of feels like you weren't making a decision that your guides wanted you to make, so they made it for you. That's how it feels. So before I even clarify the second section, on the conscious section of the reading, we have the Five of Wands, the Judgment reverse, Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords in the reverse position. There's something here pretty much saying that there was either an inner conflict within you, or quite literally a conflict in the relationship, in the friendship. Right now, this is friendships in general, but I kind of feel like you said you had a falling out with your like long-term best friend. Or I can't remember if you said long distance or long term, but you know who I'm talking about. That connection and the patterns you had in that connection, I feel were a mirror for other connections that you had in your life. So right now, it kind of feels like there may have been areas in that connection where you maybe felt like you were overgiving, overextending, or like they were under delivering, like things that you kind of swept under the rug, things that you maybe didn't communicate. And as I'm saying that, yeah, the Queen of Cups is on the reverse on the bottom of my deck. So out of fear that like if I communicate, something's gonna go wrong, like my feelings don't necessarily matter, it's fine, I'm fine, I'll just sweep it under the rug. That's what the Judgment in the reverse position is giving me, is almost like a codependency on the connection like happening, the connection furthering, because you maybe felt like there's like a fear of being alone, or fear of being emotionally alone, but it's coming from an illusion, which is why the Judgment is out here. It's like you have an illusion of being afraid of being alone, like without this friend or without friends, which is maybe why you're asking about this in specific. But your guides are kind of wanting you to recognize that you're putting yourself in a position to feel alone because you're not communicating what you need. So I don't think that the connections right now that are falling out, I don't think these are connections that are actually serving you. I think they're connections that you were holding on to out of fear. So if you were to actually communicate your feelings, these people may not have received that very well. Because with you coming out as the Queen of Cups reversed, that often talks about people that attract an energy of I love you for what you give and how you make me feel, but not for who you are. So it's like as soon as you stop giving, those people are like, why aren't you giving to me anymore? So it kind of feels like there is an energy here of your guides being like, stop abandoning yourself. So we're going to take these people out of your life so you don't get this false sense of validation. So you have no choice but to recognize like how you're actually feeling. Then we have the Page of Pentacles coming through, and this card, like I love this card specifically. She's like standing here with this flower. And it's like, I built this all by myself. This is mine and I built it all by myself. That's the vibe, is your guides want you to work on building something you built, building something that you have control over. So if you are like cooking a meal, you get to decide what ingredients go in. Avoidant, or if it's actually the right thing for me. No, this is definitely the right thing for you. This is definitely the right thing for you. I have to say that very clearly. It just, like I said, there was an inner conflict here for you. So the fact that this is something that's like pulled away, I think you maybe have a fear, like if you're saying your idea of being avoidant might be like not overgiving. Like unless I'm consistently giving, I'm being avoidant. So that's not the case at all. I think that's a perception that was created from maybe some kind of trauma that you had. But they're wanting you to create something again. So it's like if you create vulnerability yourself and validate yourself, then you pull away from a connection, you know, I'm not being avoidant. This person wasn't honoring what I honor within myself. And then that makes you confident about your decision. I've been being really petty on social media since 2, and I haven't reacted to anything. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying here. It feels like you guys had some type of codependent connection, like towards each other. But the thing about codependent connections is one person is codependent on being needed and the other person is codependent on needing. So when the person that is being needed is like constantly giving, pulls back, the other person is resenting the person that was over giving because they're like, why aren't you giving to me anymore? It's both coming from a subconscious space, but their reaction to you not giving anymore reveals to you where their love in the connection actually lies. Because if their love was just for you, they would maybe communicate and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, I really value our connection. Like, let's talk this through. But instead, they're being petty. Like, that's emotionally immature. So there is something here about you maybe even recognizing where in this connection were you controlled instead of authentic, and how can you give that energy to yourself. So when you were overgiving to this person, ask yourself, what is it that I wanted from them? What did I want from this person when I was giving to them, when I was showing up for them, when I was showering them with love? Did I want from them what I was giving to them? Because oftentimes the Queen of Cups reverse does that. She overgives to others what she wants, but she doesn't get it from other people, which is why she always gives it. She's like, I don't want anyone to feel the way that I feel, so I'm always going to give everyone else what I never get. New opportunities for healthy friendships. Let me ask in the second row for that. First card out is the Three of Pentacles, which is literally the friendship card. Okay, yeah. So this is something you're being asked to practice right now. Girl, the Queen of Cups reversed is out here twice. Twice in 2 different decks. Yes, absolutely. There is possibility for new friendships, but your guides don't want it to be something that you need. Like, this is something you can manifest. But in order to manifest, you need to have stronger boundaries. That is what your guides are saying. So Queen of Swords is coming through and she's discernment. If you meet a friend and you feel like you need that person and you become attached to that person, you're going to people please and you're not going to feel safe to be authentic because all of your happiness is relying on having that friendship. So that's going to cause you to say, if I say anything that might upset this person, they might leave. So I'm going to consistently devalue how I feel and never communicate because I'm not going to risk this other person leaving. That's what codependency does. It's consistently taking action out of fear of loss. So right now, if you have whatever you want in a friendship within yourself, you'll feel more safe to communicate, knowing that if they don't respond well, I always have myself. But that just gives you confidence to communicate, and that is something to build healthy friendships. That is something that you need. So your guides are encouraging you not to impulsively go towards friendships. Don't impulsively cling on to somebody. You can like talk to people, but make sure that you're practicing communicating boundaries. That is something that you need in order to attract new like friendships that are going to be out of this conflicted energy that you were once in. I've made so much progress with this, and I'm realizing I'm not as evolved as I thought, and that's okay. Yes, I love that mindset. It is absolutely okay. So that's why I said practice. Don't isolate yourself and be like, I'm gonna be my own best friend and then I'm gonna go seek friends. I would say put yourself in positions where you're communicating with other people. You're like, maybe it's in class, maybe it's like going out to a new restaurant, maybe it's going out dancing, whatever it is. But put yourself in a position where you're talking to other people and consciously recognize when you want to people please and when you want to hold something back, and then choose to communicate, choose to break that cycle. So this is kind of a apprenticeship. Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords is like a new energy, right? It's something that's new. So this isn't comfortable for me. I just got out of college, and now I'm in the job that I was learning. I don't exactly know how to do everything, but I'm gonna practice. That's where you're at with friends right now. So I would encourage you to put yourself out there, but just be aware of your past patterns, all right? And this is gonna be an energy of trial and error. So make sure you're always there for yourself, and you know I'm always here for myself when you have fear about communicating. Oh, I'm so happy it brought you comfort. Oh, that makes me feel so good, Madison. I'm sending you so much love. I really hope that this goes so well for you. This is a new journey, and it's not easy, but I think it could be really fun for you. Yes, don't doubt yourself, Queen. Okay. Next on my list is Diana. Diana's not here, but I'm going to do her reading. Love you, Queen. I love you too. Okay, so on my list now, guys, it goes Diana, Aaron, Laura, and Sky. That's my list. And then there's more on my list too, guys. There is more people on my list, but they just are later on the list. So if you guys want to get on my list, I have $45 readings, which is tarot readings, and I have $65 readings, which is in-depth with oracle and tarot. So it's just longer. If you want to get on my list, you can click on the link on my page and you'll find my website, and then you'll see an option right there that it says click here for paid readings. If you'd want to get on my list. Okay, so Diana is wondering, I've been watching your channel for a while now and am equally deeply spiritual. I read a lot of tarot, but I feel like I need an outside read. You know how I get when you get blocked sometimes. I'm just looking for a general energy read and prediction. I've been going through it at heart and want to get some clarity. Okay, so just an general energy read for Diana. Okay. Oh, and she got a tarot read as well. Okay, so when it's your turn, I'll just tell you that it's your turn, and then you can put your question in the comments. Thank you so much, Tiger Lily. I was thinking the same thing. I love you guys so much. I feel so supported when I go live by you guys. Okay, general energy read for Diana. Oh wait, I need to write down the time here so I can email her. It's 4016. Oh, cutie. Hi, cutie. Whoa, okay, Diana, I'm getting a really big vibe here that there's some type of fear that you're holding on to that's actually blocking you from your confidence. Like this is about your confidence. Holy shit. We have the Chariot reversed, 4 of Pentacles sideways, 9 of Swords with the King of Swords. King of Swords mirroring the Chariot reversed is telling me that there is a blockage within your ability to take action that is giving you comfort. So King of Swords is strategic. He's like, what is right and wrong? This is what I want. What is the right and wrong decision to get there? So it's almost like a business-based mindset. But that's not valuing emotional connection. You use that logical energy when you're in a situation that is logical. But when it comes to taking care of yourself and making decisions of showing up with love for yourself and caring about your emotions, King of Swords is not very good at that because he focuses on logic, like I said. 4 of Pentacles is coming through sideways with the 9 of Swords, and then I literally cut it to the Queen of Wands, and then again, Strength reverse, which is both cards about confidence. So there's something here about like there might even be a goal that you want or a space that you want to reach, and your mindset about it is like, let me heal. Let me do what is best for me. Let me do what is logically right, instead of saying what feels good. There's a belief here that fun is self-sabotage or feeling good is not safe. This is where the 4 of Pentacles is coming through and the 9 of Swords. There could have been something in your childhood where like maybe you got emotionally invalidated. Maybe you've been in a relationship where someone was consistently putting pressure on you. Maybe your life has been fight or flight or survival energy where it's like, I have to like kill or be killed. Like I have to give all of my energy to logic to survive. So now there's a fear and energy here of like, if I have fun, then everything's going to fall apart, because maybe that was a reality for you at one point in your life, or it felt like it was, but you're coming out as the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So it's like, this is not who you are. This is how you're acting. This is fully fear-based. This is fully coming from the fears that you have. So you're definitely being asked to lean into right now, taking actions on how you feel and allowing your reality to prove to you that that's safe. So when it comes to facing fears, you have to recognize that I have a fear of that if I take a break, my life is going to fall apart. So I'm never going to take a break and I'm going to push myself so hard. That fear, you don't know if that's true or not. So what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have a day where I just do nothing. And then either things get better, you feel better, you have more energy for work next time or for whatever you're putting your energy into next time, or nothing happens at all and everything stays the same. Then you get to say, oh my God, that fear is not true. If I take a break, not everything is gonna fall apart. But you don't know that unless you take an action out of that comfort zone. So that's what I'm getting here for the Chariot. Is it's a fear-based card based on free will and choice. So you have fear and you have love. I'm going to choose to believe that my fears from my past are always true and I'm always going to take an action to avoid them. Or I'm going to say, I want to choose to not believe that reality, and I want to choose to say, maybe that's not my reality anymore because those fears are not actually happening. How can I choose something that's going to make me feel more comfortable instead of saying this fear is true and I need to protect myself from this fear? So again, here this might even be from a father wound, because we have the Devil and then I'm cutting it to the King of Pentacles. So this could have been an energy here of like trying to prove something to yourself, but it's coming from a space of like an inner child. Like I'm trying to prove something to someone else. Clarifying, that's what I'm saying. Clarifying the Chariot, we have the King of Cups reversed. This is literally, again, this is an emotionally unavailable card. This is somebody that says, I'm not going to listen to how I feel. I'm going to choose what's right. They're like specifically clarifying this. And then the Page of Cups. This is definitely about your inner child. Okay, so what I encourage you to do here, and then the Tower reverse, you're afraid of like something happening, something bad happening. Four of Swords is literally on the bottom. Eight of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Swords reversed. Like, you're perfecting yourself and you're overworking yourself because of a reality that isn't actually happening right now. I encourage you to ask yourself, what version of me is afraid to relax? Straight up. And what version of me is afraid to stay still? What version of me is afraid to have fun? Whatever it is that you feel that you're avoiding, what version of you is that? Write a letter to that version of you. Do something that that version of you didn't feel safe to do and prove to yourself that it is safe now. This is requiring you some reflection, but in order to get a new perspective, you need to take a break. That's literally the vibe here. So like I've said before, we have the forefront of our mind, our conscious mind, and we have our subconscious mind. So when you are consistently choosing to play out the same story over and over and over again in your conscious mind, that's all you see. That's all you see. There's just the same movie playing over and over and over again. When you take a second to do something that feels good and you let go of those fears, it clears that mind for just a second and it turns off that movie. And then that gives you space to see something different. But you can't ever see something different if you're choosing to see the same thing over and over and over and over again. So that's the healing energy right now, is that when you take a space, even just to breathe, just to take a second, it doesn't mean you're letting go of all of your responsibility, but it does mean you're giving yourself an opportunity to see things a little bit different than through the lens of fear that was created from your past. So that's my advice for you, Diana, right now, is focus on emotionally nurturing yourself. Focus on taking a break to get more clarity on what it is that you actually want, how you want to feel, and how you can integrate that in your actions on a daily basis with still having logic energy. Okay, that was Diana, and she's not here right now, but I hope she gets that. I hope she resonates. I have to email her, so let me write that down. Okay. Next on my list here. Next on my list is Aaron, and then Laura, and then Sky. So Aaron, Laura, and then Sky, that is my list right now. And then I have I still have 3 people left after that. Okay, so Aaron, where are you? And can I read your question out loud, Aaron? Yes, of course. Okay. Would just like to know what spirit needs me to hear about my current feelings for someone. We are in contact, but only talk in person. At work. Just want to know if there's anything I should know about the connection. Okay. Can I get this person's name or the first letter of their name? Whatever you're comfortable sharing with me. This life is so chill today, guys. This is I still am going live on Wednesday as well. It starts with a J. Okay. Okay. What do you need to know about J? What do you need to know about Jay? my God, there's so many cards sideways here. Five of Swords sideways, Seven of Wands sideways, the Wheel of Fortune sideways, and the Lovers sideways. Let me clarify this. Okay, what about this person? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so I have this person's energy and I also have your advice on this person's energy. So you right now, it kind of feels like you have an intuition about this person, and it might be like a crush vibe. Like you have a feeling they have a crush on you, but you're not sure. There is a crush here, all right? Like I have to say that full, like when I pulled on this person's energy, I got the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position, which is really great. That's literally the crush card. But your energy towards this person is something that I really want you to look at. Your top row, which is your conscious energy, is all sideways, which tells me that you're in the process of approaching this connection in a way that you used to not approach it, but also having past fears come through. So the vibe that I'm getting is really that I think you're used to fighting for someone's love. So there's a vibe here of like, okay, I want this person. So if this connection is going to go well, I'm in control. Like I have to show up. I have to be perfect. I have to literally perfect myself. That's how it's coming through in the subconscious energies. If I want to be seen by this person, I have to like either hold on for dear life, or I have to like act cool girl and like pull away. But either way, like I can't be just like fully authentic and just lay back and let this happen. I have to do something to make it happen. So it's a closed-hearted energy. Again, either that's saying like, I need to be chill so they don't run away, or I need to hold on so they don't run away. But I have to perfect myself to be perfect for this. On the right side, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Lovers sideways. It's like, this isn't something that is comfortable for you, but it's something that like your brain is programmed to believe. So with that being said, I do encourage you right now to recognize where you're being strategic with this person and choose to be authentic. So the way that you're going to do that is literally like when you're with them, or when you are away from them. I'm going to give you two different scenarios. So when you're with them, literally just take a second to ask yourself, how am I feeling? If you feel like you have a crush on them and you're feeling like cute, then say, how can I be authentic to that? And then flirt it up, you know, like, or just be authentic to how you're feeling in that moment instead of having like a strategic based mindset. When you're away from them, if you're wondering like, oh, this is so loud, it's so hard to be authentic because I don't want to scare him off and let my feelings flow and let my personality show. Exactly, because you want someone that loves you for being authentic. You want someone that loves who you are. So be real, be honest. So that's like the biggest advice again when you're with them is just, how am I feeling? And then ask yourself how you can honor that, how you can be authentic to that. When you're away from them, if you have fears of like, how are you feeling, or what's going to happen in this connection, what's going on, I want you to focus on your feelings of the present current reality and not feelings that are coming from a fantasy. So we have feelings of a fantasy, which is where this could go, what I want from this person, who I think they might be, how I think they might treat me, how they think they might treat me. And then you have feelings of reality, of what's actually happening. So what's actually happening is you guys talk once in a while, you guys talk in person, and it's chill. How do you actually feel about that? You maybe you feel content, maybe you feel chill. The fears are coming from what might happen and where it might go and how they might treat you. Those emotions, they're valid, they're real, they're normal, but they're not something that you want to take action off of because it's not grounded in truth and reality right now. So when you recognize, okay, well, this is actually what it is right now. So I'm just going to recognize that actually I just feel pretty chill about this person. I don't know everything about them. I don't know if they're going to be my future husband. I don't know if they're the best boyfriend, girlfriend ever in the world. I don't know that. And so I'm going to stand true to those feelings right now. And then whatever you're idolizing, just make sure you're grounding yourself into doing things that make you feel good, that aren't coming from this projected reality. So if the idea of being with this person makes you feel so happy, then say, what else can I do right now that's going to bring me happiness that isn't in control of something that is out of my control? Because that is out of your control on whether this connection is going to go somewhere or not. That is out of your control because you can't control how someone else feels or what someone else does with their feelings. But what you can control is how you feel. So that's you saying, okay, this person, the idea of being with them makes me happy. So instead, I'm going to do something that makes me happy so I know that I can give myself that feeling, whether this reality actually happens or not. So this is just pretty much training you to have a secure attachment style of knowing that it's out of my control and all I can do is be authentic. That's how your guides want you to approach this. This is a turning point for you. Like all of your cards in the front being sideways tells me that it's not comfortable for you to practice this, but you know that the old way doesn't feel good. The old way of being strategic and fighting for someone's love, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't serve you anymore. So encourage yourself to like practice this new energy. And even ask yourself like, where are my fears coming from in my past? And comfort that version of you. And talk a lot during the day, 5 days a week. I just don't know him outside of work. So I wish we could be more than just coworkers, but I know I need to be real. And I'm encouraging you to do this if you feel good. If you want to be more than coworkers, then an energy of an Empress energy, if you're afraid of chasing someone and you authentically want to know this person out of work, tell them that. Be authentic. Then you're going to know if they feel the same way. So you could literally say like, hey, I'd love to hang out outside of work. Don't make the plan. Don't set up a date. Just communicate how you feel. I'd really love to hang out with you outside of work. And then let them follow that. Like that's you being authentic. That's not you saying, hey, I want to date you forever and I want you to meet at 5 p.m. tonight. Do you want to hang out? You're just saying, I'd love to hang out with you outside of work sometime. Gives them space, it gives them time, and it's just saying, hey, this is how I feel. Thank you, Ember. It's so sweet. Aw, thank you, Jessica. So that is what I'm getting for you, Erin. I encourage you to be real with how you feel. Well, that's the thing, Erin, you don't have to ask. You can literally just say it. Just say, I'd love to hang out with you outside of work sometime. That's all you have to say. Let them respond. Like, you don't have to chase. You don't have to, like, look for an answer. You're just communicating how you feel. I'd love to hang out with you. See what they say. Okay, next we have Laura, Sky, and then Nat. And then, oh, someone else got a reading too. Anya. Anja's on my list as well. Okay, so Laura, Sky, Nat, Juno, Sedaf, and Anya. That's my list right now, guys. Okay. Oh, this is Laura. Okay. Okay, so pretty much like, why did he ghost? How is he feeling about you? Can I get the first letter of his name or his name? Whatever you're comfortable sharing with me. Christian. Okay. I'm gonna use... Oh my gosh, I've only been live 1 hour. That's crazy. Happy birthday, Emily. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best birthday ever in the whole world. Okay, let's see here. Laura, how does Christian feel about Laura? If anyone's been ghosted, this reading could be for you. I'm called to do this way. Whoa. Okay. I do have to say this person does have feelings. They are definitely intimidated by your energy. They do see you highly, but it's not something that they actually felt like they could meet. 2 of Cups, that's what I'm saying. This is so interesting here. Okay. Yeah, you're coming through as the Queen of Wands reversed with the 9 of Pentacles. How is Christian feeling about you, girl? Oh my God. Not me crashing out on live, lol, guys. This is a safe place to crash out. This person, I'm gonna be honest with you, with the 7 of Cups, with the first card, what I'm getting from that is I don't think you were the only person that this person was talking to. This is definitely somebody that I think needs like a lot of validation, or they like to have fun, they like to play around in connections. So it's not like, oh, I'm like playing people, but it's like I don't want to just like settle down and focus on one person. That's how the vibe feels. When I was like, this person definitely has feelings for you, that's being clarified with the 2 of Cups. So we have the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So this is like any other connection that they have and your guys' connection. They did see and value the fact that your connection was stronger than maybe other people that they had been talking to. With that being said, the next thing we have is the Knight of Swords reversed with the Tower reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. So pretty much this person felt like they procrastinated the connection. I wouldn't be surprised if this is somebody that like told you they were going to do things and they didn't do it. Or they like made broken promises, or they said that like things are going to happen, but they don't actually happen. Whether that was like, oh, we're going to hang out, or I'm going to text you, or I'm going to call you, and they don't end up doing it. Like there is an energy here of procrastination. Because they were procrastinating the connection, it feels like they impulsively left out of fear that if they kept like, it's this energy of self-pressure, like I'm putting pressure on myself. So it's 1:11 on my clock right now, where it's like, I'm telling you I'm going to do things, and I'm thinking that you're eventually think I'm going to follow through with that. And then they keep procrastinating, and now they have all of these things that they said they were going to do, and then they didn't do it. We were literally planning a beach trip. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So they're like, okay, we're going to do this. I have to like do this. I have to follow through with this plan. This person is expecting me to follow through. And then they end up ghosting because it was too much pressure. They were putting too much pressure on themselves. That's what I mean is this is somebody that emotionally is scattered. So when they see a connection that's like this is we give equal energy to each other. You give to me and I give to you. They are not ready for that. It's something where it's like the fears that they have of something going wrong or not being good enough overpowered the connection that they have for you. So this definitely has nothing to do with you or like them not having feelings for you. This is just an energy here. If they saw you as someone that doesn't need them, somebody that like wants them, someone that like is going to have a good time with them, but not somebody that needs them. This is going to be somebody that's more secure when they have control over the connection. So they say, this person likes me more than I like them. So if I leave, I'm fine. But if they like you more than they think you like them or you're fine without them, you have the emotional upper hand because then they think this person could leave me and I'm going to be heartbroken. That's like avoidant energy because they don't want to feel their feelings. So they don't want to put themselves in a situation where they might get hurt, which is a connection that is emotionally vulnerable. So essentially they pulled away because they were afraid that things were going to go wrong. They put too much pressure on themselves. This is coming from something in their childhood. But I definitely think that when someone removes themselves from your life like this, it's a blessing. You don't want someone that's not ready to love you, period. So if this person wasn't ready to show up and commit, then you don't want them because you want someone that can commit to you. So I just think this is a divine blessing. I think that your feelings about this are valid, whatever they are, but I think it's a good idea for you to make sure that you recognize what this person like was lacking when it comes to accountability or when it comes to follow through, and make sure that the next time that happens in a connection, you either communicate it or you pull back if someone is not doing what they say they're gonna do. So I think that's something for you, is like, I'm gonna pay attention to someone's actions more than I pay attention to their words, and make sure that your control in the connection or your actions are coming from the truth, which is what's happening, rather than what's being said. So I think that's like the lesson here for you, but you didn't do anything wrong. This person low-key felt like you were out of their league. So that's what I'm getting for you, Laura. It's coming through real freaking clear. I love doing readings like this. Like whenever I read like an emotionally avoidant masculine energy, it's like so easy to read. Well, at least love your energy. Aw. I mean, yes, but also like I want to make sure that you validate your feelings about this situation, because that's really important for your growth, okay? So if you feel sad and you feel left out, then I really want you to process those feelings and make sure that you're doing something to comfort yourself in the way that maybe you wish this person would, because that's going to manifest somebody that is emotionally available. All right, so process how you feel and do something to comfort yourself through those emotions. But if you just say like, I'm hot, I don't need him, that's like gonna attract another avoidant masculine energy. Okay. So next is Sky. Okay, Sky, can I read your question out loud, or do you want me to keep it private? So my list right now, guys, is Sky, Nat, Juno, Sedaf, and Anya. And Sky got an in-depth reading. Sky got a $65 reading. If you do want me to read your question out loud, I will keep the name private. Oh my god, I literally said that as you literally typed that out. That's crazy. Okay. I want to know if my friend blank has romantic feelings for me. If we could work out / what the future might look like. Will we always stay in contact with each other? Can you please keep his name private? Yes, I did keep his name private. Okay, how is he feeling? Does he have feelings? I'm not single, guys. I have a boyfriend. I have the best boyfriend in the world, actually. Okay. What the hell? I'm like, this is so weird because I'm not getting a yes, but I'm also not getting a no. I think this person isn't sure how they feel about you. Like, there's definitely unspoken tension. It's so weird because I get the vibe that, like, I don't know if you guys are not alone together a lot. Like, even if you are, it, like, there's a disruption or there's like an emotional block between both of you. But okay, so whether you're actually alone together or not, I get the vibe that when this person is around you with other people, there's like there's an intense emotional energy. Like, I feel like if you're with this person and you feel like you feel something, you're definitely not crazy about that. This person feels that as well. We have the Galactic Federation, which is a card about like group meetings, people that you're meant to meet, people that are meant to be in your life, but it's also like a group setting. That's being clarified with water. And with this, I'm getting like an emotional tension. Like, people, even other people in the room could even feel like, is there something going on between those two? Because there's like quite literally an energy. But with this being on the left side, Kabbalah of Life is coming through sideways with tall whites, which is a trust issue. So it kind of feels like this person right now doesn't necessarily trust their emotions enough to move forward with them. So I'm going to clarify this section again with tarot. Like, I have to finish it. But this person has an all or nothing mindset. It's coming through as like, if I did take action on my feelings, everything could be ruined and then I'm not friends with this person anymore. Or so I'm just going to completely hold back. Instead of having an energy where, again, like if I was reading this person's energy, I would tell them like, flirt a little. You know, you don't have to immediately be like, I'm in love with you, let's be together forever. But you can be like, hey, like, get a little flirty, just like try to change your friendship dynamic a little bit. But it's an all or nothing mindset. So it's like, because there's fear about communicating any kind of feelings or moving forward in any different regard, it's like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to keep things completely platonic. But I do get this feeling of, there are feelings, but they don't even understand them themselves because they're not willing to take action on it. As I say that, fire is coming through reversed, which is literally the action card when it's stagnant. Wow. I kind of feel like this person idolizes you a little bit. Your guys' friendship feels healthy. And I think that's something that they're really afraid of letting go of, or like breaking or like ruining. I don't think this person has a lot of friends in their life or a lot of people in their life that are healthy like you. That's how the vibe feels. So when it comes to their actions, they're like stuck right now. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is just my friend. It feels like I have weird feelings for this person and I don't know what the fuck to do about it. That's how it feels. And then again, on the right side, we have Anunnaki in the upright position, which is like the all or nothing, black and white thinking. Underneath that is pentagram reverse, which is a card about idolization. So this person idolizes your connection. They idolize you, which causes them to have fear. And that's what causes them to have a black and white, yes or no, like controlled perspective about you. There are feelings though. It's not like, the best way I can describe how I'm feeling it is, it's not like, oh, I have feelings for this person and I want to like be in a relationship with them. It's like a spark of maybe this could be more, but they're not willing to plant that seed. That's what it is. It's like, it's a seed that they feel, but they're not willing to plant the seed. So they're not willing to like flirt at all or go out of their comfort zone when it comes to how your guys' connection usually is. So things are just like staying the same. But I can imagine for you, you just like feel this weird connection and you're like, what the fuck is this? That's how your energy. I'm pulling you as the Queen of Cups. That's what I mean. You're like emotionally aware of how this person is feeling. The World. They want like a new cycle. There's something, they want something to end here. My readings, look at the pinned comment, 45 for tarot reading, 65. I'm doing an in-depth $65 reading right now. And if you click on the link on my page, you'll find my website and there'll be an option right there that says like, click here for paid readings. But notice here, as I just pulled, we have the World coming through on the trust issue energy. And then we have the 10 of Swords. This is like a new beginning and an ending card. So with that being said, they want this tension to end, but they don't know how to start a new beginning. And it requires them to be vulnerable. I'm going to ask for your advice here as well. So hold on. The Death with the Hierophant. Do you see this like spiritual energy? they want this to end. There's so much like conflict. Like, ooh, they feel so uncomfortable with this. What's Sky's advice? You're still coming out as a Queen of Cups literally on the bottom now. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I mean. Your advice in this connection is to, how do I say this? Have fun with logic. So if you have feelings for this person and you're also holding that back out of fear, then you guys are mirroring each other. Queen of Swords is somebody that she's able to be detached, but she's also able to still honor her feelings with the Queen of Cups. So this is an energy of, if I have feelings for you, then I'm gonna flirt a little bit, but if it doesn't get received, I'm okay with that because I'm just having fun. I'm just being authentic for me. I'm being authentic to how I feel. I'm not doing something for a reaction, for a response. I'm doing it for me. So right now there is just an energy here of you balancing, like, this is how I feel and I'm going to focus on how I feel. I'm going to focus on being authentic to me, and however you feel or however you respond is your responsibility. It's not on me. So with the Page of Wands here, there's like an advice here for you to have fun and be authentic to how you feel while filling up your cup. So with this person taking action on you, again, it's like, I don't know, this is free will. With the World and the Death and the Ten of Swords, like, there's huge cards out here when it comes to this person actually taking action on this. So it's really up to them on how they approach this connection. But I do think that if you were authentic to your feelings, not only would it feel good for you and it would help you practice just being expressive, it would also maybe give this person the green light to explore your guys' friendship in a different way. So, but again, it's like you're not doing it for an outcome. You know that an outcome might happen, but if it doesn't, you're going to be okay because you're just being authentic to how you feel for you. So that's essentially the advice that I have here. There are feelings, but I said it's just a seed right now. It's not like, oh, I have deep feelings for you. I'm in love with you. I've always been in love with you. It's just like, I feel something and I'm not really sure what the fuck to do with that. Like, it feels so frustrating. Oh, I hate not speaking English right now. Oh, I wish I could speak another language for you. That's what I'm getting for you, Sky. I'm going to see him next month. Should I try and maybe tell him because he might not pick up the hints? I can't answer that for you. I think that's a your decision kind of thing. You know how you feel and you know him best. So if you feel like you need clarity and whether he might reject you or accept you, and you feel like that's something you need to know how you want to move forward, then absolutely. But I think for you, it's just recognize, like, what do I really need right now to feel confident, and take that action. If you feel secure within yourself enough to just like flirt around because that's how you feel, then do that. If you feel like you need an answer right now, regardless on whether you like it or not, then I think you should do that. But it's really dependent on how you want to move about this and what's going to make you feel emotionally safe. I told you, Sky, it's on free will at this point. Like, I can't read whether he's going to take action or not because that's a free will action. That's something that could happen, it couldn't happen. So what I read right now is his present energy. That is what I can read. That is where you guys are at right now, and now all you can do is comfort yourself and be authentic to how you feel. because a relationship is not created out of fate. A relationship is created out of action and effort and authenticity. So that's what I mean. It's like, if you guys want this to happen, someone needs to take action, you know, on being authentic with their feelings. And I don't know if that's going to be received, but I do know that if you want something to move forward, you can be the one to push that forward. Okay, next on my list is Nat, and then Juno, and then Sedaf, and then Anja, and then my list is open after that. I might get off. If no one else buys a reading, I'll get off. If people do buy more readings, then I will keep going. You're so welcome, Sky. I hope you get clarity in this situation, whatever you decide to do. But I think just say, how do you feel, and be authentic to that. Okay, yeah, but Nat is up now. I'm here, okay. All right, can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? I'm a Libra rising, Cancer sun, and Cancer Venus. Capricorn moon, Capricorn Chiron. Yeah, you can read it. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go pee really quick. I'll be right back. And then I'll do your question. Okay, back. Okay, so Natalie's question. Hi, I'm starting graduate school this fall, but I'm getting really nostalgic / sad about leaving the place I live now. I've really settled here and made true friends. I'm just sort of wondering if you could tap into the purpose of being called to move again, or like the lesson that's coming my way in leaving this place behind, or even just tapping into whether returning to school is going to be a good experience. Okay. Oh, I love that question. Which deck? I'm gonna use this deck here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, energy. I could even try to tap in here on like you said, will going back to school be a good experience? And also just the environment that you're going into, like, is that going to be something that's positive for you? Oh, I'm so glad it's going to resonate with someone else too then. I have no idea what smell it is. It's just like a mixed pack. Okay. What is she leaving behind and what is she coming towards? Oh my God. Wow, girl. I'm asking like, so how I'm doing the reading, like I said, it's what you're leaving behind and then what you're moving towards. Immediately with what you're leaving behind, we literally have the Lovers, the Seven of Wands reverse, and the Four of Swords. The environment you're in right now has literally taught you to accept love. It's taught you to be loved. It's taught you to not have to fight to be loved. It's taught you to feel safe. It's taught you to be in an energy of like resting, a flowing, relaxing vibe, and to still be loved regardless of that. Like, I just have to say, I think where you're in right now, like literally opened your heart center. So I can imagine how this is really hard for you to leave. It opened your crown as well. Like, you were able, in this environment, you were able to see things not through the lens of your past anymore. So, like, I think that the people that you're around, the friends that you've made, like, this has been a truly healing experience for you when it comes to anything that was stuck in your subconscious mind. Oh, my God. Oh, and the two. Girl. Okay, let me pull what you're moving towards because this is so sad. You're really happy where you are right now. I can see that clearly. What is she moving towards? Okay, this is the way that I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're still moving towards a really good energy, but this is a new lesson. So the example I want to use is like you get into a relationship for the first time ever and you're like so loved and it's healthy and you feel safe and you feel so good. And then like maybe a year into the relationship, you're like, you used to be so independent and now you're like so comfortable having someone in your life all the time that like helps you feel safe, that helps you feel loved, that you do things with. And it kind of feels like right now that's something, and then you're like, damn, I lost some of my independence. Like, I don't really do things on my own anymore, you know? Like, now I do things always with this person, but you want to, like, reintegrate this part of yourself. So you're like, hey, babe, I love you, but, like, I'm going to go on an independent trip to remind myself who I am. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting here. So with what you're leaving behind, we have the Lovers, the Two of Cups, Page of Swords, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands reverse. Like, it is just this incredibly, like, loving energy coming together, equal, pouring into each other's cups. With the Lovers and the Two of Cups coming out, it's like you subconsciously believe now that loving connections are possible and will find you. That is something that this experience has taught you. What you're learning to integrate now is being able to know that what these connections taught you is something that you have always. Whether they're physically in your life or not, you always have that love. So that is like a big vibe here that I'm getting. The King of Cups, the Hermit, and the Knight of Cups. This is like a new evolution of your emotional comfort towards yourself independently. This is an independent lesson now. With the King of Cups though, I am getting the vibe that you might actually meet somebody romantically in this new journey after you've like integrated this independence from the connections that you've had where you're at right now. So the experience is absolutely going to be good. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable though, just because you're tapping into a version of yourself that is used to having accessible connections like externally. But now it's something that it's like, I have this within myself. Like, I have this within myself. This is something that I can attract again. This is something that will follow me because of what these connections has taught me. But it's a belief. That's what I mean. The Hermit being clarified by the Empress, girl. Like, this is how I'm channeling it. Ten of Pentacles as well. You're not only are you going to attract new connections with Three of Pentacles on the bottom, but there's also an energy here that you're going to attract more abundance and stability. The home that you're staying in, wherever you're staying in, is definitely going to be really comfortable. But with the Hermit and the Empress coming through, at first it's going to be like, I have to grieve what I had. So if you feel that way, or you feel you want to grieve right now, grieve that. Like, cry about it, let out those emotions, whatever that is. Like, please release that. That's so important for you. Once you are done grieving that, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm living in my own place. Like, I'm here, I'm feeling amazing. Like, this is, I'm alone, but I'm happy to be alone. I'm extremely fulfilled within myself. Like, obviously, these friends that you have, they might not be accessible, but you still get to talk to them. Like, you still have FaceTime, you still have your phone. So ultimately right now, the inner conflict that you have is the fact that the physical separation is happening from the situation you're in right now. But the love that was created within that is not something that's going away. And you're going to feel that once you grieve it and once you step into your own embodied self. It's like a new evolution of what you're perceiving love to be, because your spirit is like taking away the physical attachment that you have from where it was created. So ultimately though, this is going to be a really good experience for you. You're going to attract new friends and new people. You're also going to attract more stability and financial success as well. And I think this is going to help you trust yourself more independently and still have the love that you got from the situation that you're leaving. It's really, really positive. So yeah, it's like you're leaving connection. I can see how that's hard, but you're also stepping into like a new version of yourself. That's what I got for you, Nat. So spot on. I do feel so happy where I am, and I can definitely see how I'm a bit too reliant on it here, and I need to see how I can create that comfort again. It's gonna be a lot easier than you think. Like, that's the main message here. It's gonna be so much easier than you think, girl. Seriously. Oh, I'm so happy it resonated for you. I'm sending you so much love. Okay. Where are my mods at? Where are my mods at, guys? Next we have Juno, and then Sedaf, and then Anya. And then that's my whole list. And I think I'm gonna get off. If no one else buys a reading, then I'll get off. But Juno is up right now. I'm here. Yeah, we do need more mods. If you guys want to be a mod, tell me, and I'll mod you. If you abuse your mod powers, I will demod you. Okay, wait, Juno, I see you, girl. Okay, so can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? Totally up to you. I haven't heard your name in so long, Juno. I'm so excited to see you. It's all right to read it. Okay. Well, my live readings are way cheaper than anything on my website. So these kind of are like discounted readings. I'm happy to see you. Okay. Aw, it's so sweet. I will, well, okay, so I have 3 clients left here on this live. So I'll end in maybe 30 minutes. Maybe. If no one else buys a reading, that is. Okay, hi Hailey. It's Strawberry Juno. I love how you say that. If you recall a personal reading I got previously, it's about that. Some sad things happen and I'm feeling like I'm being called to be patient and not let this go. And I'd like some affirmation on that end. Would love some advice on this. I also want to know if they still feel good about me / what they feel about me in general and where we are now, plus the possible outcomes that could happen and actions they could take. Any of these. And I want to say I love you and what you do. Always a pleasure to be in the same spaces as you. You're glowing. Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. I remember your situation, girl. Okay, so how are they feeling? Aw, Tyler. Oh my gosh, that means so much to me, Tyler. Oh, I'm so happy I could help you get out of this toxic situation. That really makes me feel so happy. Yes. Okay, so how are they feeling and any possible outcomes? Which deck do I want to use here? I'm going to use my Animal Oracle. Oh, someone just got a reading. Oh my goodness. I love that. Huh. Whoa, what? Why do I feel like they're giving you like friend vibes recently? Coming out here with dog sideways. This person still has feelings for you, but they're definitely like pulling their energy back. Why is that? Okay. I'm going to tell you the animals that I have here in case it resonates. We have black bear, reversed. Oh my God. Eagle. And they're coming out with moose, dog, raccoon, and white stag. Well, your intuition is screaming at you right now in this, and the High Priestess is literally on the bottom in the reverse. I feel like you're not listening to your intuition when it comes to this situation because of your emotions. Woo! Ooh, oh my gosh. I also remember that you're a Cancer, so that makes a lot of sense here. The moon is literally out. On their energy. Why? Whoa. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, literally look what came out in the center all together. Look at those colors. Are you kidding me? Purple and orange, which is intuition and trusting your emotional center. So that is something that you guys are both really struggling with right now. This feels like an equal triggered energy. Whatever is happening in like your guys' physical dynamic, this person's energy feels, King of Cups is upright. So King of Cups energy, which is Moose in this context, is someone that is very emotional, but they're controlled. They're not always going to say their emotions, they're not always going to tell their emotions, but they feel very big energy. And then that's coming through a dog on the sideways position, which this card to me always represents a gray area, but it's also a friendship card. So right now, it kind of feels like right now, this person is giving you vibes of like, I'm still in your life, you're still in my life. I'm not going to say I don't have feelings for you, but I'm not going to give you the same energy as I usually did. So this is like, I'm not going to be super vulnerable. I'm not going to maybe treat you like the same ways that I used to in a loving relationship way. But I just have to communicate that it's coming through loudly that they're struggling with their inner child. There's something here that's being triggered from their inner child that's causing them to be controlled in the connection rather than authentic. So 10 of Cups reversed with the Magician, and then the Page of Cups reversed with the Emperor on the sideways. So this is literally, to me, giving the vibe of I have all of the tools that I need to create what I want, but the way that the tools that I believe I have are coming from like a wounded inner child space. So if as a child I needed to survive, or I needed to feel safe and I needed to control my emotions and hold back how I feel to feel safe, those are the tools that I'm using in this relationship right now. So it's like the tools that they have are coming from a space of pain and trauma, which is why your energy might be like not feeling as validated as usual because they are pulling back. With that being said, there's a confidence issue for both of you guys because of this. Their energy right now this is how it's like mirroring to you. I don't think that you're feeling emotionally fulfilled in this connection right now. Like 8 of Cups is coming through reverse with the Moon reverse, 5 of Pentacles reverse, mirroring the Lovers. Your energy is pretty much saying, I know what I deserve in this connection and this person is not showing up for me in that way. But you're still holding on. Like that's the vibe here. So what I mean by holding on is I'm not saying you need to like completely stop talking to this person or completely let them go. But I am saying right now to take actions that actually honor what you're truly feeling. Because the animals that you're coming out with Black Bear in the reverse position is like an overly mothering card. So that means that your energy right now and your response to this person kind of pulling back could be codependent in some way. So it could be like, I'm in my head a lot, or I'm thinking about them a lot, or I'm like reaching out to them a lot, or I am like, there's some kind of energy about either emotionally obsessing about the connection or physically obsessing about the connection, whether that's you taking action or you just thinking a lot and a lot. So this resonated so much. I think something did trigger him a lot recently, and someone told me that he's probably reacting this way because he's fond of me, so it hurts more. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I mean. So I just want to be clear. He does still have feelings for you, but his reaction is coming from a wounded space. So to protect myself, I'm going to do what I did as a child, which is probably a trauma response, and it's not emotionally intelligent or mature. But your energy giving too much to him is causing him to like still be controlled. So like my advice to you right now is recognize how he's acting. If that is not a version of him that you honor, that you want in your life, pull back. You're not saying I don't love you anymore. You're not saying like, fuck you. Like, you're literally, all you're saying is, this version of you right now, how you're acting is not what I deserve. So I'm going to pull my energy back. Period. Like, that's the vibe, is you're honoring how you feel until he chooses to show up differently. Because right now, with the energy he's in, bringing more vulnerability into the situation is not something that's going to cause you to be heard, because he's already like tense emotionally. So I just feel like right now you have a want and a need to like be seen by him, and he has a want and need to be seen. But the way that he's doing that is through control. The way that you're doing it is through like overgiving in some way, whether that's energetically or physically. So regardless, both of your guys' confidence is being triggered. So for you, I want to say, I'm going to get confidence from recognizing that this is not what I want, and I'm going to pull my energy back and put my focus somewhere else. That is going to help you rebuild confidence in knowing what you deserve outside of any kind of fears you have in this connection. Him having the absence of your emotional presence might be something that triggers him into recognizing that he's being controlled right now. So regardless, like, do this for you, you know, so you feel confident about your emotions. But I just think it's really important for you to honor and value the kind of relationship you want. And I think right now that's not something that he's embodying. So respond authentically to the truth of the connection right now and the truth of his energy. So that's my best advice that I have for you right now. And obviously, like, always process your emotions around this. But I think space, if I had my heart deck right now, I bet the card that would come out would be love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Give each other space at this time. Like, that's, I just burped confirmation that that's how I feel right now. Space is something that I think is needed for both of you guys. But I just want to say, obviously, there's still a lot of love here, but there is a big trigger that's blocking his ability to be vulnerable right now, that's coming from his inner child. And if it's coming from his inner child, there's nothing you can do about it. It's something he has to work through himself. That is what I'm getting. I really hope that that gave you clarity on your situation. But your intuition is telling you that this isn't making you feel good, and I really encourage you to listen to that when it comes to taking actions. Thank you, Hailey. I'll take that space and work on my own healing as I go through these emotions. It gives me clarity and a lot of comfort. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. I'm giving you a hug, Juno. Giving you a hug. Thank you so much for booking a reading. I'm really happy that it was able to resonate and give you comfort with having read your energy a few times. As usual, I'm glad to talk to you about this. It really helped. Good, I'm so glad. I'm always here if you need anything. You know that. I'm sending you so much love. Okay, we've got 2 more people on the list as well. Victoria is also on the list. And also Selena. Okay, Victoria, you are 3rd on my list right now. So right now we have Sedaf, and then we have Anya, Victoria, Selena. That is the order of my list right now. And if no one else buys a reading, I'll get off after these. I don't know if that's right. Oh, wait, why did somebody retract Victoria's message? Oh, wait, or did she pull it back? Okay, Sedaf, are you here? Sedaf, look, waiting for Sedaf. Yes. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Thank you for switching. I'm so sorry that was happening. Okay. Oh my god, that's so much more comfy. I'm trying to get comfy here. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so comfy. Hi Hailey. I'm with you for the second time. A lot has changed since the first time you looked at me. I let it go. The person, as you said, and found the little Sedef in me. Now I want to give it everything I have. Or everything. I have a dream. I want to specialize in the field I want to work in and get a job. Will I be able to do it? Will I succeed? Will I be able to reach my dreams and have children? Thank you and love you. Okay, so you want to know about if you'll be able to find success in the job you want and if you'll be able to have children. Okay. And you got an in-depth reading. So we're going to do, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I'm in criminal justice. Oh, I mean saving children. Oh, my dreams and save children. Okay, sorry, my bad. I read that wrong. Oh, that is the sweetest. Okay. Will you be able to find success in your job within saving children? That is literally the sweetest ever. Wow, I love that. Wow, holy shit, I love this. This is so intense. Oh, I knew this card was gonna come out. Okay, so first here, I want to confirm that we have, this is the Divine Feminine card. So this card literally represents like fertility, which is interesting to me because this is like it's a birthing card. So I think that's really loud from the fact that you are birthing a new career. This is Pleiadians is about unconditional love and vulnerability, playfulness, fun, energy. So I first want to say that you embody, I just have to acknowledge how I'm reading your energy right now, and it's coming through so strong. You embody unconditional love, and the more you see your inner child, the more that expands your ability and your effort to put this into an actual career. So you have an ability to speak from the lens of your emotional self with logic. That's how it feels. So I'm seeing this gray short. When this card is in the reverse position, it talks about empowered communication. Like, I'm empowered, I am heard, I am valued because you see yourself. Like, it's like, I don't need validation. I know that I will be heard. You will hear me. That's the kind of energy. But here I'm noticing like 3, which is a collaborative energy, but then also the big full moon on the back with the crown. You have the ability to channel emotional intelligence from your heart center in a way that is going to be received by others in a way of communication. So it's interesting to me that you literally said like you work in criminal justice and you want to help children. Obviously that is going to be dealing with other people as well. So with that being said, this is like an ability that you have, and I really want you to value that. I'm going to clarify tarot, but right now when it comes to this is something that is absolutely possible for you, but you're still in the journey of obtaining it. With the Nephilim card coming through and then Arcturians, you are learning to protect yourself while you go into this, because this is something that is emotionally triggering for you. Like that's how it comes through, is right now when you are giving to others, giving to children maybe what you didn't get, or like it's coming from a space of like personal vulnerability is how it feels. That's how I'm reading it. So when you're in this position, you're being able to protect yourself through the lens of the compassion you have for yourself, and then channeling that into your work, instead of it being an energy of like, if this isn't something that works out, then I feel like I'm abandoning myself. That's something that comes through. It's like, that's why the main message I'm getting is the more you validate your inner child, the stronger you become in channeling this into your job, because then it's like, you know that you're completely releasing external control and you're fully doing something from a channeled space instead of from like your lower chakras. So your lower chakras are going to be like, I need to save you so I can feel saved myself. Your crown chakra is like, this is supposed to happen. That's something that you're learning to integrate, because the only card out here that is like still growing is crop circles in the reverse position, which talks about seeking validation. So it's like there is a part of your inner child that's like, I want to save others so I can save a part of myself. So just make sure that you're consistently doing your own inner child work, and then channeling that into your work. Like that is your first step. That is your first step. Okay, I'm going to clarify this with tarot. King of Wands is literally the first card out. See, and this is a masculine energy with the Seven of Cups coming through and the Hierophant on the bottom. Two of Swords reversed with the Two of Cups. Look at this card. This is the Two of Cups. And look, there's literally a woman giving to two children here with an orange butterfly. So you have the ability to help children transform. And that is something that's really valuable. But with the Seven of Cups and the King of Wands, that energy to me, so the Seven of Cups is about like energy all over the place. So it's like having different options and different ways that you can help. So there is something here about you. I think it's important for you to make sure that with how you help children is something that is expanded and not just like in criminal justice. I think that's something that could help you. So right now, if this isn't something that you can do right now, take action to like maybe go to a shelter, or take action to like donate to something to help children. Like there is something here about you putting this emotional energy into other things that aren't about work to like make sure that that passion stays alive. That is something that's healing for your inner child. So regardless on your question, will you be able to be successful within this job? Absolutely. But just make sure this is an infancy stage. Make sure that you are nurturing your inner child along the way. But you totally have the ability to do this. Oh my gosh! I think working in the shelter is like a beautiful place for you to be. This, not only is this something that could be successful for you, but this is also something that I think is going to be financially abundant. Like this is going to be something that is able to create a stable life for you. As I'm saying that, the Queen of Pentacles is even on the bottom. That's what I'm getting for you, Sedaf. That was so good. I'm so excited for you. Oh, I'm so excited for you, girl. If you guys want to get on my list, thank you so much, babe. What a beautiful energy you gave. I'm so glad. If you guys want to get on my list, then you can click on the link on my page and you'll find my website and you'll see the option to pay right there. Okay, next on my list is Anya, and then Victoria, and then Selena, and then my list is open. Anya. Am I saying that right? Anya? Okay. Anya, can I read your question out loud? Or would you like me to keep it private? Okay. And you got a tarot reading. Okay, so all of the other ones now, they have tarot. So Anya's getting a tarot reading. Victoria and Selena are both getting a tarot reading. So my $45 readings. The reading I just did was an in-depth one. So, okay. I'm a real estate agent in Dubai, and I'm struggling very much with closing the deal last 4 months. I love my company, though. Can you please check if I will make it and give me guidance and advice about why I'm not succeeding, and just advice about my work and how I can make money? Thank you. Okay. Anya, I need to remember that I'm gonna use this one here. I'm like still geeking out. Okay, so you specifically want to know if you will make it, and just advice on your work in general. Okay. Send it out, please. Oh my god, this is already gonna be a good message. Okay, so I'm immediately getting the vibe that within your work, you might be somebody that like is trying to keep everything together, and you act like you have like everything all together when you might actually be struggling a little bit. So it's like you have anxiety about like maybe not making it, but you're like, I can't show that. I have to be collected. I have to like act like I'm in this like professional energy, even if I'm not necessarily feeling like that's true. That's something that's coming through, and it's actually something your guides want you to let go of. We have new supportive connections on the bottom of the deck. And whether this is people in your field of work or you just being called to like make new supportive connections, there's something here about you receiving support that is actually going to help you feel more confident. When I think there's a belief here right now that if you show your weakness, it's going to make you feel less confident. And that's actually not the truth at all. And it's something that's really blocking your ability to move forward. The biggest message that I have in the center, we have great achievement upright. Your energy, you're asking like, will I make it? Your guides are like, you already made it. Like you're doing it. You already made it. You're already doing it. The only thing that is affecting that is your confidence. So yeah, and then the loving woman coming through in the reverse position with letting go. So the letting go card is like something that you've been loyal to that isn't necessarily serving you. The loving woman reverse talks about a mother wound. And a mother wound is when you're extremely hard on yourself. You have a hard time validating your emotions. You push yourself too hard. You're scared to slow down. So there is something here again about like a fear of being vulnerable with where you are and fearing that that's not going to support you. But you will be supported in this. This is like with the new supportive connections, I'm seeing you in work specifically. Spirituality and work. I'm getting both energies actually. Maybe even like asking someone for advice or opening up to people in your work about like what you're doing. Friends and colleagues. New supportive connection and friends and colleagues. That's exactly what I mean here. This is like being honest with a coworker and being like, hey, like you're doing good. Do you have any advice? Or I'm just feeling this, like finding a friend in a connection in that way. Deception is also reversed on the bottom, mirroring new supportive connections. So there's a fear, there's a trust issue here when it comes to receiving support. And I really want you to recognize, like, this is not, I don't want to say it's not valid. Your fears are valid, but it's not true. Like the fear that you have right now about people not supporting you is not true. And it's actually a form of self-sabotage. Underneath the great gratitude card, which we have, something that's stopping you from feeling grateful is not feeling like you've already reached a milestone. This is giving me the energy here that you might not be somebody that celebrates yourself often. You could be somebody that's always looking at how you can improve and how you can be better instead of looking at like how far you've come. Like you're doing it right now. You're in the process right now. You're doing it. So like there is something here. Yeah, I am still taking readings. And I think I have 3 or 4 people on my list. So that's something that you're being asked to look at right here, Anya, is like being more vulnerable with your coworkers and opening up. And then also when it comes to spirituality, I'm going to pull from my tarot cards now, but it feels like this might be something about connecting to more practices on a day-to-day basis that make you feel supported, even if that's not an actual presence. So like this is an example that I've used a million times and I will always use it, is like I will ask my angels for help, and your angels can't help you unless you ask. So with that being said, I will like take off my belly button piercing after I shower or something, and then I will put lotion on, and then I can't get it back on. I can't screw it back on, and I'm just frustrated. The second I'll literally stop and I'll say, angels, help me screw on my belly button piercing. Immediately I'm able to get it. So asking your angels, God, the universe, maybe even like a deity, like whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. It matters what you believe and how you feel when you ask whoever it is that you believe in to help you, and you're open to receiving that help. It makes you feel less alone. I ask all the time and I pray, but I don't know why I still didn't close the deal. When will I come close to the deal? Well, I didn't get the commitment card. Send it out. The 8 of Cups is still coming out, girl. This is a belief that you have. It's girl, this is your confidence. Like literally the Strength reversed, which is a card about confidence, and then the 8 of Cups reversed. I feel like your energy right now, even maybe towards this reading, is literally like logic. I'm like, support yourself. Like, do something that makes you feel more confident that isn't about work. Right now, your confidence is dependent on whether I get this deal or not. So that means that this is something that you only have so much control over this. You only have so much control over getting this deal. And you're doing probably everything you can do to close this deal in, right? So if I don't get this deal, I'm not going to be confident. So that is putting all of your confidence on something that you don't even have full control over. Something that I'm asking you to do is that trust in energy right now. And if you feel confident about something, you have a way more likely of a chance of attracting that outcome. With that being said, if all of your confidence is coming from work and only work, that takes so much control out of your hands. So if you start to practice, where else can I feel confident outside of work? So I'm less emotionally dependent on this outcome. That is going to help you feel more confident in your situation. That is what you're being asked to do right now to close this deal. That is the outcome, is really dependent on your own energy. And I'm cutting it to the moon here again. Yeah, this is like a subconscious block. So you think I will succeed with this work soon? I think if you choose to nurture yourself outside of work, you will have great benefit. That's what I'm saying. But I think that is choice is dependent on how you show up. Like, again, look, I'm even seeing the Two of Swords coming through. This is like two paths. This is like, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure exactly where to go, but I need to try something new. So that essentially is what I'm saying is this deal closing is going to be greatly affected by how you're treating yourself outside of work. And then the Queen of Pentacles here. See, this is like a successful, grounded energy, but the Queen of Pentacles is successful because she's grounded. She's not like codependent on her work. She doesn't need her work. She's somebody that she takes care of all of her needs, and then she is able to channel that safety and security that she created within herself into her work. This is what you're being asked to embody. This is what you're being asked to let go of. So this is about an emotional pattern right now. So I want you to even recognize, like, right now, if you're stressed about the deal and you've done everything that you can do, tonight to tomorrow morning, whenever the fuck you have time, take a second to be like, what can I do to celebrate myself as if I've already got the deal. Take yourself out to dinner, go out with your friends, and literally channel the energy of celebration that you've already closed it and you've already done it into an event where you're enjoying yourself. That's what I mean emotionally I'm drained, because your emotional dependency is dependent on work, on the outcome of work right now. So let go of work just for a night and say, what can I do emotionally that is going to fill me up, that is not about work? This is having fun with your friends. This is taking a bath. This is meditating. It's going on a walk. It's doing yoga. It's dancing in your room to your favorite song. Like, that is something that you're being asked to value right now, because that is going to lift how you feel, and that is going to help you feel more confident moving into work. So right now, that's what I'm saying is value emotional security that isn't dependent on your work life. That is going to help you elevate into the Queen of Pentacles and out of the Strength in the reverse position. Does that make sense? Because the energy is like you're already there. You just have to choose to embody that reality. All I'm saying is that's a choice. If you only care about work, you're choosing to live that life. I don't have much life besides work. Then create that life. You're choosing to live in that reality, Anya. You're choosing to say, I'm going to focus on work all the time. You don't have to do that. That's something that you're choosing for yourself. You can choose to say, tonight, I'm gonna let go of work and I'm gonna value myself emotionally. I'm gonna do things that aren't about work. That's a choice that you have. That's what your guides are saying right now, is if you continue to choose to live in a reality where work is your only motive of happiness, you know right now that emotionally drains you. So if you choose something else, then maybe it'll make you feel better. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you know it doesn't make you feel good, then you can't keep doing that. Otherwise, you know it's not gonna make you feel good because you're doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Like, that's the awakening right now, is that I'm choosing to believe that if I put my energy somewhere else, I will get a different outcome. I'm giving you the reading. Take my advice if you want. Try it if you want. If you don't, that's totally up to you. It's 222 on my clock right now. That's all I can say for you, is that I know I've been in the space that you're in, and leaning on emotional care is something that has helped me tremendously in my ability to work and feel less drained. So all I'm saying is, like, take my advice if you want. If you don't, that's totally okay, but I do think that this would help you a lot. Okay, next on my list is Victoria, and then Selena, and then Nelly, and then Sameda. – You are so welcome. I really hope that you can choose to go against your fear and nurture yourself emotionally, because you deserve to feel happy outside of work. Okay, Victoria, Selena, Nelly, and Sameda. So Victoria, are you here, queen? Okay, I think I'm gonna close my list after that. Maybe I should take this down then. Hello. Okay, can I read your question? Oh, can I trust my friend? Okay, can I trust my friend? I obviously won't say their name. I need to like move this back. There we go. Oh my God, that's so much better. Okay, Victoria. Yeah, so Victoria is just asking, can she trust her friend? So if you're wondering if you can trust her, you want to trust a friend or not, maybe this reading is for you. I'm still geeking, guys. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, this is pretty loud. Yeah, exactly. Girl. Can you trust this person? Yes. The energy is yes. So what I'm getting right now about this, I think the reason you're afraid that you can't trust this person, it's like you're afraid of something that hasn't happened yet. That's how I feel. It's like, I'm afraid that if I like communicate, then they're gonna react this certain way. I'm afraid that if I take space, they're gonna react this certain way. I'm afraid that if this happens, then they're gonna react in some way. Like, there's an energy here of fearing that something is going to happen, but it hasn't actually happened, which is a projected fear. Like, that's not actually true, because you're not even giving that person the opportunity to prove that they're trustworthy if you don't open up or if you don't face that fear. So essentially the energy that I'm getting here is Seven of Pentacles is clarifying the moon, and this is pretty much saying the more you take actions to plant the seed of trust, the more you will actually trust this person. Three of Pentacles is clarifying with the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups is out here. Two of Cups is on the bottom. Like, this feels like a mutual friendship. It feels like this person does actually care about you and they are trustworthy. But your energy right now is being asked to face challenges when it comes to actually believing that someone is trustworthy. That's what it is. So my best advice, like short and simple, whatever it is that you're afraid of, like trusting this person, either communicate or like take action on whatever it is that you're afraid of and allow this person to prove to you that they are trustworthy. So like I said, if you're afraid of like opening up and getting invalidated, open up to them and let them validate you. And then you go, okay, they actually aren't going to invalidate me. If you're afraid of taking space, take some space and watch them be okay with it. And then you go, whew, okay, they actually are okay with that. Like, that's the energy here. Don't let a fear that they haven't proven to you, whether they're trustworthy or not, dictate your ability to communicate in the connection. But I'm getting yes. I'm getting that yes, you can trust this person. It's actually coming out very clearly. The only thing that's stopping you is like your fear from the past. There's like so many mutual cards out here. That is what I'm getting for you, Victoria. Yeah, just recognize, what am I anticipating and how can I take an action towards it to prove to my ego that that's not true. All right, so this is really big on facing emotional fears for you. Even it's gonna be scary, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think you're putting a lot of like emotional pressure on yourself. Okay, next on my list is Selena. Selene. Are you here, Selena? She's just wondering who is coming towards her in her love life. That's what she's wondering. Selena with a C. I'm here. Okay. Who is coming towards Selena in her love life? And then after that, guys, we have Nelly and then Sameda. And then my list is closed. I think I'm gonna get off then. Okay. Who is coming towards Selena in her love life? Oh shit. Oh. Excuse me. That was totally a message though. Yeah, exactly. Girl, this is so clear. Yeah, okay. I literally get the vibe that if you have someone in your life that came in and was like nice and kind and like trustworthy, you would literally be like, I don't fucking trust you. Like, yeah, I don't fucking trust you. But you would also maybe chase this person as well. I feel like I'm feeling some old codependent tendencies. I don't think you're codependent. I think you've dealt with codependency in the past. Who's coming in your love life? We have the King of Cups coming through. On the bottom, though, it's being clarified with the Five of Swords, which pretty much tells me that I think that when it comes to connections, you don't trust that someone else is going to be emotionally available or is going to be emotionally consistent. So you will overgive to control the connection instead of like saying, okay, if this person wants me, they'll show up for me. If this person is like wants to communicate, they'll communicate. Instead, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna communicate for you. I'm gonna read your energy and then communicate for you. I'm gonna consistently give to you so like you don't leave me. but I'm never going to actually trust you though to be authentic. That's how your energy feels. So with that being said, you have a King of Cups coming into your life, and this is an opportunity for you to break this pattern by actually communicating and being clear on what it is that you want when it comes to your boundaries. So a pattern that I want you to be aware of right now is Page of Wands reversed is how it's coming through, which is impulsivity. This is an energy here of like, I have an emotion. So I'm talking to somebody and I'm feeling scared that they're going to leave, or I'm feeling not enough, or I'm feeling invalidated, whatever it is, not feeling valid, not feeling good enough. But instead of communicating it, I'm going to replace that by overgiving. I'm going to replace that by doing something that makes me feel secure, because my sense of self is how much I give and not actually receiving. So with that being said, that's pretty much saying that your reaction to your own emotional discomfort is to give, instead of to stand true in how you feel and pay attention to how you feel and communicate that. So right now you're being asked to, in this next connection, recognize spaces where you overgive out of discomfort and stand true to how you feel, knowing that if I communicate this, I don't know if this person is going to respond well or not, but I have to value how I feel. That's what this person is teaching you, because your energy is like hyper independent when you're alone and codependent when you're with someone. Girl, you're reading me like a book. I'm so glad it's resonating. So it's an all or nothing mindset, pretty much is what I'm reading for you. It's like when you're alone, you're independent and you're fine. When you're with somebody, you're codependent. So this is the opportunity for you to be authentic with how you feel, knowing that if you're okay on your own. So if they don't end up showing up for you, that's okay, because you know that you have yourself, but you need to be honest with how you communicate. Otherwise, that's not going to build an authentic, grounded connection. And that's going to be something that could end up leading to codependency or avoidance, or it could lead up to both of you guys getting hurt. So the next person coming through for you does have the potential for a real relationship if you show up in that energy. But I think that this person is someone that is able to handle real communication. So you need to trust that and actually communicate. That's what I'm getting here. As a timeline, I'm getting fall energy. This might be like August vibes. August, September. So that's what I'm getting for you, Selena. Britney, I'll take one more client, but my list is closer now, but I'll take one more if you want to get on, because I have 2 left. And you just click on the link on my page, you'll find my website, and you'll find the option to pay right there. You'll see my payment options. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Okay, next on my list is Nelly. And then after Nelly, okay, Britney. After Nelly is Sameda. And then maybe Britney if she decides to buy a reading. Okay, so Nelly, are you here? Oh, good night, Strawberry C. I love your name is literally Strawberry. I'm here. Okay, can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? Happy birthday, Ray. You can read it out loud. Okay. Hi, Hailey. I have watched your channel since the beginning, and you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me for so long. Oh, that really means a lot to me. Okay, so here's the tea. I have just started my own business. Yay, congratulations. And it has been so rewarding, but also it's so much work physically and with my mental health declining at the same time. It is a small cafe, only open in the summer. What steps can I take for this to become successful? What lessons await and what advice could I use? Also, could you pull a card about love for me? I know it's probably not divine timing to meet someone right now, but I'm curious only if it's there on time. Okay, yeah, I'll do the reading and then I'll just pull like 1 or 2 cards about your love life. I can't find the link on the link tree. I'd love to purchase a reading right now. You're gonna see, it'll be my website. So you click on the link tree and then you'll click on my website. And then on my website, you'll see an option to pay for a live reading. Okay, I need to cleanse this here. We're actually gonna use a different deck. Whoa. The death is the first card out, girl. Your mental health is not declining. You're just literally dying. An old version of you is literally dying right now. You're holding on to an old version of you that doesn't feel supported. Okay. Faith is your biggest lesson right now, girl. Okay. When it comes to your business, there is so much purple and blue out here, and that is very much intuitive energy, all right? So we have the Strength on the bottom with the Fool, and then also the 9 of Swords in the reverse position. Right now, it kind of feels like there's a really big vibe of you holding on to a version of you that isn't supported. So I like to talk about faith a lot because faith is trusting what you can't see. And it often talks about an energy of like some things in life are not certain, but if you don't go towards it, you never know if it's going to be successful. When you come to being a self-employed, from being self-employed myself, that is a big lesson here in being self-employed, is having faith and choosing to say that I know that if I value how I feel and how I want to feel and what's going to happen and embody my manifested reality, then that is going to be something that comes true for me. With that being said, I think that your actions right now, and when you said like your mental health is declining, I think it feels like you have to choose one or the other. Your energy is like, I have to prioritize my business and I don't have time to prioritize my emotional self. This is something that isn't true, but you're like choosing to believe it's true. Because right now the belief is I don't have time to value my emotions. I have to put that into my business. Logic over emotional security. So right now what I want you to recognize is when you pour into yourself emotionally, it fills up your cup and it gives you more energy to give to your work. Instead of saying, I need to put that off and I need to give to my business when you're already drained. So right now, what's actually shifting is like a business mindset. Being someone, like I said, that's an entrepreneur myself, like having been through this lesson, is when you are prioritizing something out of fear and you're not taking care of yourself, you believe that you're doing the right thing when you're really just draining your energy. But what is so important is quality when it comes to self-employment. It's quality on how you give to your business and your intention, because then that's what makes you feel good. So right now, what I really want you to focus on is temperance. tempering yourself in a way that is valuing and honoring how you felt in your past. So if this is saying that right now I have this and this and this to do, that means that I have these tasks to do and you know that you'll get them done. So if you take an hour or 2 hours or even just one day to say, what can I do that's going to regulate my nervous system? So this is, again, just doing something that's going to make you feel like a child. Maybe it's watching your favorite show and coloring. Maybe it's listening to your favorite song and dancing. Maybe it's taking yourself out to eat. Maybe it's buying yourself a new outfit, whatever it could be. But you're doing something that makes you feel safe, that is not dependent on the outcome of your job. Then you feel good again. And then when you return to work, you're returning from a space of everything is okay. Instead of neglecting that emotional side of yourself and then saying, I need to work because I'm not supported. You're actively supporting yourself, feeling better, returning to work with a more grounded, calm mindset, which gives you the opportunity to see things in a way that you wouldn't see them if you were actively afraid. So that is something that I think is coming through here, is you're actually getting a judgment call on how you care for yourself while having the responsibility of a business. Especially because this is something that's new. I do think that it's an old version of you that's dying out, which is why it's kind of unfamiliar and it is a little scary. But with the bottom of the deck right now, I want you to recognize your fears and I want you to comfort yourself first and then deal with that after. That's your biggest advice right now. So trusting in faith, even something that could help you is maybe manifesting. Manifesting, look up different ways of manifesting. Manifesting is literally just finding different ways to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe that something is going to happen, you're not going to take action on it. So right now, if you want your business to be successful, for me, I like to script. I like to script on things that I want to happen, and it makes me feel more confident about them, and it makes me feel more confident to put my energy towards that, and I'm less afraid because I feel that I've already done something to manifest that, to ground it, to believe that it's going to happen. So maybe for you, it's like a candle ritual. Maybe it's scripting. Maybe it's visualizing. Maybe it's a meditation. But I think doing something that locks in to say, like, I've done this to believe that it's going to happen could help you have more confidence, to feel safe, to nurture yourself along the way. Yes, I did get your reading, Brittany. I did get it. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Selena. No, Nelly. That was Nelly. Sorry. Or was it? Yeah. Oh yeah, love card. Yes, let me pull a love card for you, Nelly. Okay, good. I'm glad. I think changing this belief is really going to help you feel more secure. Okay, I think because of the mindset that you have right now, there is a disconnection to yourself. So for your love life, I pulled the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands reversed, and then also the Lovers in the reverse position. So I kind of feel like the mindset you have towards work is related to the mindset you have towards love. So there is an energy here of like, if a relationship were to come into your life right now, I think it would feel like more of a burden than it would be a support, because you'd put pressure on yourself to like be perfect. And I think until you work on that mindset, a relationship is not going to be something that's necessarily easy for you to withhold, because it does require a lot of emotional presence. So I think the more emotional presence you practice with yourself is something that you're able to bring into a relationship. But right now, definitely, I think you're spot on about the fact that it's not necessarily something that would be beneficial for you right now to focus on. I think it'd be overwhelming. Thank you, Denise. Okay, yes, I got Britney's as well. Okay, so now it's Sameda and then Britney. Oh, it's your first reading. I'm so glad. First, I'm going to do Sameda's reading, and then you're after Britney, and you're my last one. Hello. Thank you, Hailey. This is what I needed to hear. I'm so glad it's what you needed to hear. I'm happy I can help. Okay. Next is Sameda. General reading. Love, work, fears, anything which is most loud. Which is the most loud. Okay. General reading for Sameda. Aw, thank you. I'm happy you love my readings. Hi, Lavender. Okay, Nelly, thank you for popping in. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Okay. One, two, three. We have 4 major arcana cards out here for you, girl. There's something about like an imbalance here. Literally have the 6 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Swords, and the Justice reversed on the bottom, which is like anxiety about something not being balanced or not receiving enough. This is interesting because I know that I've read your energy in the past, and it kind of being a vibe of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get hurt at work, or like I'm not sure if my relationships are going to hear me. Like there's a fear of not being seen or not being heard. So like that's like a big focus that you've had in your past. I first want to acknowledge that the first cards out here is the 9 of Cups sideways with the 5 of Swords sideways. You've made a lot of progress in this lesson since the last time I read your energy, because I strictly remember that these cards too came out, and I'm pretty sure they were reversed the last time I read you. So with that being said, there is a big integration here of valuing your inner child, but when it comes to things that are traditional. So this is like a relationship or this is work. Like take this however it resonates. Oh my God. Take this however it resonates here. But I feel that right now when it comes to a traditional based mindset that you have, you're learning to do it through the eyes of your inner child. So again, if this is like work, literally this is going to sound so silly, but this is literally what I'm getting for you, is asking for you to do is, how would my inner child do this? How would my inner child perceive this? Again, so it's like if you look at a connection on how someone's treating you, just an example, take this however it resonates, but if someone's not treating you well and you're like, oh my God, I really want them to treat me well, like they're ghosting me, like, but you're still giving to the connection, little you would probably look at that person and be like, they're mean. Why are you talking to them? They're mean. But you now is like full of fear and you're like, I'm still gonna give to the connection. So right now, valuing what your inner child would do is something that is going to help you lock in this lesson. On the bottom of the deck is Pleiadians. I always read your energy as lighten up. I always read your energy as your guides being like, take a breath, have more fun, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I think you're so hard on yourself. I get Saturn energy when I read you. So I don't know if you have like Capricorn in your chart somewhere. I think Aquarius is also Saturn. But there is like a strict energy that I always read for you when it comes to like a disciplinary energy. So there is definitely a vibe here. I know you only paid for a, you didn't pay for a oracle reading, but I really want to pull here from this deck, my astrology deck for you. Yeah, Mercury is coming through, which is literally the energy of messages. Progressions, journey. My list is closed right now, guys. Pluto is coming through, which is literally a card of rebirth. That's exactly what I'm saying here. And this is on the death card with debilitated discomfort. And then Chiron on the bottom with, what did I say? Capricorn, Chiron. I don't know if your South Node or your Chiron is in Capricorn, but I was saying I'm getting a Capricorn energy from you. I'm really struggling with turning out of anxiety and feeling more confident in my decisions. That's what I mean. Like, I can recognize that you've made a lot of progress in this wound. But the only thing that your guides are wanting you to do is recognize that when you're facing something that's uncomfortable, that's when you need to look at yourself. Because like when you're doing something that's uncomfortable, that's when you're more likely to lean into a more anxious answer than how your inner child would act. Yeah, I struggle with right and wrong. That's why your guides want you to say, what would my inner child do? If you struggle with right and wrong, that means you want direction, right? Like you want something that is in direction. You want like an instruction. So right now, as hard as it is with Pluto and debilitated, this is like literally a card about discomfort, asking yourself, like I said, what would my inner child do? It's going to be an instruction, but that instruction might lead you to something that's a lot more of a creative perspective than what your fear would usually guide you to do. So I think asking yourself that often could really help you navigate a more emotionally aware, logical perspective, because you can still know what is right and wrong, but asking what your inner child is going to do is going to lead you to something that's more emotionally based. And you can still take that emotionally based answer and gear it towards something that is logically true for you. That is how I'm feeling right now. So it's like you're learning to integrate your inner child and also like your grown woman self. That's how it feels. But you're doing really good. Like that's literally the energy when I'm channeling from the fact, that I've read your energy before. You're doing really well on this lesson. It's just uncomfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable right now. This kind of resonates with the reading I just posted most recently. You're meant to be a mess right now. That's kind of how I feel about your energy within this. But also, if you haven't looked at your Chiron or your South Node, I think that could be helpful for you as well. Okay, last we have Britney. Anya, your reading, I already did your reading, Anya. Let me look at your description. I have to plug in my phone really quick before I do your reading so my phone doesn't die. So just 1 second. Oh, I'm so glad that you resonate with it. You're so welcome. I've gotten readings, or you've bought readings from me so many times. I would love one day to have a one-on-one with you, just because I would love to meet you. But I'm really happy that my readings resonate with you. My lives are always here for you when you need them. Thank you so much for supporting me. Okay, I'm gonna use this deck here, and then we're gonna put this one back. Okay. Now, I just have to move over here, guys. 1 second to plug my phone in. And also, 1 second, I have to pee again. Okay. Okay, Brittany, let me look at what you put in your thing. My list is closed, Lavender. My list is closed right now. This is gonna be my last one. But I will be live again on Wednesday. So the day after tomorrow, I will be live again if you wanna come back. Okay, so how is he feeling and his next possible actions? Aw, I'm so glad, Brittany, that you got to come in. It's only for Brittany, but you can still resonate with Brittany's reading. Oh wait, can I get this person's name or the first letter of their name? Whatever you're comfortable sharing with me. Z, okay. Okay, so I am seeing that you're having some anxiety about the situation. And I'm going to talk about your energy first before I read on theirs. It feels like right now within this having been a separation, this is kind of something where instead of reflecting on like, why did I attract this person, or what didn't go right in the connection, how can I value myself more concerning how they treated me, your energy is like, what might happen, where is he gonna, how is he feeling, is he gonna reach out to me? Like, you're focusing more so on what you want from him rather than what he actually gave you, which is causing you to like not actually reflect on the fact that maybe the situation in its entirety wasn't what you actually deserved. So there's a blockage in your feminine energy, which means there's a blockage in receiving. So this could have been like, maybe as a child your parents were emotionally unavailable. Maybe it's hard for you to like receive from a connection. So if you meet someone, you often will chase them. And then that's something that you're used to. Like maybe you chased your parents' love as a child. So it's like, this is what I'm used to. And now that this person isn't in my life anymore, I'm going to continue to chase them because it's what your pain body is quite literally used to. But right now, like there's anxiety about where the connection is going, what's happening, but there's not reflection on, like I said, what you actually deserve from them. Their energy right now is, I'm going to be so real with you, like I don't like it. It's coming out Knight of Wands reverse, King of Wands reverse. King of Wands reverse is being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands reverse is being clarified by the Six of Wands in the reverse position. This is somebody that likes attention and doesn't want to commit. Point blank period. This is somebody that's like egotistical, controlling, emotionally unavailable, and always focuses on what things look like for them rather than actually being emotionally vulnerable and honest with themselves. So it kind of feels like their perception on this connection, because they are not going to be someone that takes action. They're not going to be someone that is like, this is what I want, so I'm going to go after it. King of Wands reverse needs validation. So they're not going to take action on something because they want to be chased. They want to be seen. They want to be the one that's receiving. So it kind of feels like this person right now is just waiting. I don't want to say waiting. They're in an energy of like, oh, you'll reach out to me again. Like you'll reach out to me again. And then even if I accept you or decline you, I'm going to feel good about myself because you still want me. And that makes me feel confident. But it's not like a valued, emotionally intelligent energy. So with that being said, like I encourage you right now, your guides are encouraging you to find value within yourself in this situation. So literally ask yourself, what's the truth of my reality right now? How did he actually treat me? Not the energy of what did I want from him? How did I want him to make me feel? What is the connection that I hoped we would have? Those emotions are real, they're true, but they're not coming from what actually happened. Focus on what did he actually do? How did he actually show up? What is he actually doing right now? And that's like, he's not communicating with you. He's not making you feel valued. He's not making you feel special. And that's something like those emotions is where you want to take action, because that's valuing honesty. That's valuing a grounded perspective of what's actually happening. So I was vulnerable, surprisingly, during the last conversation. Okay. That's what I mean. So I think it's really positive that you were able to have standards right now and you were able to like stand up for yourself. But I think right now, when you're focusing on like, is he going to reach out to me again? What's going to happen in this connection? I think that's something when you notice yourself going to the future, ask yourself, how do I feel right now about his actions? And then make sure if you say, right now he's not making me feel good, then say, what action can I take that is going to make me feel good? What can I do for myself that he's not doing? That's going to help you heal from this dynamic. So staying true to being emotionally available with yourself and asking yourself how he's making you feel, and then what you're doing with that emotion, is going to be something that attracts an emotionally available masculine energy. So I think that how you're taking action towards your emotion right now is something that's really important when it comes to this connection. They want you to reflect on your fears. And saw it wasn't going anywhere. I was there for him at the time, and he was surprised I didn't give a fuck of his attachment trauma, of the why I'm not ready. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to do that. Like I said, I just think the only advice that I have here for you is just making sure that you're receiving from yourself after the matter. Like, you know that he was unavailable, you see that very clearly. So now, what is it that he didn't give to you? And how can you make sure that you give that to yourself to attract somebody that's going to treat you better? Because, like, obviously we attract people that treat us the same way we treat ourselves. So that could have even just been like a lesson for you, or even like a test to say, like, are you going to settle for this connection? But right now, I think it's just important to know that with how he's showing up, he doesn't deserve any of your energy. He left the door open to check in later after he works on himself. I'm wondering he'll come back. I don't know what to do. Or I'm worried he'll come back. I don't know what to do. So that's what I'm saying here with the advice is, if you are treating yourself in all of the ways that he didn't give you, you validate your emotions, you are standing up for yourself, you're taking yourself on dates, you are buying yourself things, you are noticing how you feel, processing your emotions, validating your feelings, all of those things, then when he comes back, you get to know, okay, these are the standards that I have emotionally. And you will know right away if he's going to be able to meet those standards or not. And if the answer is no, you know to walk away. If the answer is yes, you know that you can trust that. But regardless, right now, how you treat yourself is your compass to knowing if he's actually going to grow or not. But until then, you have no control over whether he grows or not. You only have control over how you treat yourself. So I would just say right now, like I said, use how he treated you as a compass to show up for yourself. So you know that if he does one day come back, you'll know the truth and you'll see it because of the reflection of how you treat yourself. I think that's my best advice right now, because you don't need to know what to do because it hasn't happened yet. You don't need to focus on something that hasn't happened yet and you don't know if it's going to happen. You being a therapist is like so true about the fact that you're like, I've been consciously avoiding this perspective. Yeah, exactly. So if you're a therapist, girl, you know what to do. So I guess this is just a reminder to, take your own advice. And on a spiritual perspective, outside of just even psychology, I think it could be a good idea for you to even do like a cord cutting meditation. Or if you notice yourself thinking about him, he could definitely be thinking about you. So put your hand on your heart and say, you're not allowed in my energy. Like, I don't want you here. And then focus on something else. So I think leaning on like spiritual energy cutting could be something that also helps you with the habit of choosing to focus on him. Yeah, I'm going live again on Wednesday. Just focus on feeling good. And like I said, I think doing a cord cutting meditation could really help you if that's something you're into, but I think that could be beneficial for you if you just do one cord cutting guided meditation. Yes, this was a paid reading. And validate yourself on the fact that you can be emotionally attached to somebody that is not good for you. And that's something that I really like about a spiritual perspective is your soul could literally recognize that person, and that makes the connection intense, whether they're good for you or not. It doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean like you should stay, but it is completely valid to have a strong connection with somebody that isn't necessarily like good for you. So don't beat yourself up either. Yeah, okay. Ew, Brittany, I really hope that resonated for you. I loved this as my first reading. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so happy this is your first reading. I'm honored. I hope to see you again. I'm happy you were my last client of the day. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna get off now. I had so much fun doing this live today. I will be live again on Wednesday. So if you didn't get a reading from me, oh girl, you will. Thank you. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you on Wednesday.